made up this story. And I told her all those years I would write the story and draw the pictures. And if everybody listens and your teacher's okay with it, everybody can get an ant when we're done. Everybody can have their own little ant.
Is it a real ant?
So listen to the story. You will notice what you're sitting on in a minute. Hang on a second here.
What are we sitting on?
All right. Okay, so once upon a time there were ants. There was a mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brothers, sisters, cousins, friends. And guess where they lived? Underneath the cabinets in the kitchen. You might have seen ants in your own kitchen.
Oh, yeah, they
in the kitchen.
They live in our
And if you look at the floor, it looks like the floor you're sitting on in the kitchen. Were people, and there lived a mom and dad and the brothers and sisters.
I see the ants.
And do you know what? The mommy worked so hard every day, cleaning and washing and doing the dishes and sweeping the floor,
I do the dishes.
that the daddy said,
What?
Mom, why don't you let the children clean up? Because you work so hard doing the dishes and a wash and the shopping, why don't you let them clean the dishes? Well, and I want you to remember this house, because it's going to come up again later. So look at that house. Don't forget that house. It's special. So until then, the ants would eat outside their house, and what would they eat? They would eat seeds, and they would eat flowers, and worms, and dirt, and grass.
What's that?
But once the children cleaned the kitchen, there was food on the floor, and they snuck out, and they jumped on the Jell-O like it was a trampoline. Here we go. Let's get this little guy.
Someone get
They
that.
jumped, and they ran through it.
Who's gonna get the big
And they nibbled on it, and they made holes in it, and they loved it. And they came home, and they were all covered in orange Jell-O with their grandma and grandpa saying, and mom and dad saying to them, "Don't go out there. Somebody could step on you. You could get licked up by the dog. What are you doing?" But they brought in some Jell-O, and guess what? Everybody had a big Jell-O eating party. They had a lot of fun. But the parents said, "Do not go out there." So, day after day, all the ants were looking, going, "I want to go out and eat something. Oh, we just saw a crumb out there and it looks so delicious." So one day, they couldn't resist. 3 of them said, "We're going out." And on the high chair, there was spaghetti noodles. I just hung on it, didn't I? There was spaghetti noodles.
Hello, big ant.
And the ants start playing on them. And what can you do on a spaghetti noodle? You can have a race. Who can climb the fastest on the noodle? Who's going to slide down the fastest? And the little girl ant, she liked to splash in the puddle of spaghetti sauce.
I see her.
Well, the other ants peeking out couldn't resist, and they went ahead and said, "We want to play too, we want to play too." So they played something called tug of war. So they were pulling, and you can see the noodles here and the 3 ants here, 3 ants there, pulling, and you can tell who won and lost that one. Wow, they got covered in spaghetti sauce.
You.
Well, the kids came back in again, and guess what the mom and dad said to them?
There's a dog.
"It's dangerous. Don't go out there. Somebody could step on you.
The dog might lick
The dog
you
might
up.
lick you up."
Yeah. Oh, I know what.
Well, the littlest ant, who always has a little star on it, a heart, okay? If you ever notice in the book, he always has a little heart on it. He saw a piece of sponge cake. Oh my gosh, he couldn't resist. He saw the sponge cake and he started to roll, and then he was eating it and playing with it,
Can I
rolling
feel it?
across. After we're done, yeah, I'm gonna pass it around.
Oh, I see the heart.
And you can roll and roll.
I see the heart on him.
And where did he end up?
Stop.
Oh my gosh, if you look here, you'll see the tiny little ant. Where until he got swept up into the dustpan. And then he got lifted up,
I'm an
high into the air. And guess where he fell into?
A trap.
Trash bucket. And usually, a lot of times the trash bucket goes under the sink, close the door, and now he's in the garden. He said, what am I going to do? He said, one good thing, I have some fruit I can eat. But I want to go home because I don't know where I am. And Mom and Dad and Grandma and Grandpa are going to miss me. So he started walking around, fell into a bucket of raisins, got all sticky, and then he was getting tired, and he said, oh, I see a spaghetti noodle. Maybe I can climb out of the spaghetti noodle. And he climbed, and he was tired, and he said, you know what, I think what I'll do is I'll go to sleep, and tomorrow I'm going to climb out and go back home. So guess what? He fell asleep on a little piece of marshmallow that he found for his pillow, and he had a little corn silk here to cover him up, and he fell asleep.
I like your book.
Thank you.
Me too. I
Kaboom.
can eat too. I can eat.
Oh, that's nice. My mom would love that. So, kaboom, kaboom. Uh-oh, what happened? Next day was trash day. Now the dad gets picked up, and again he sees the ceiling, and then he feels the cold air outside, and he gets poured into a big dumpster.
Is trash day real?
And we know, is what?
Is trash day real?
Trash day's real. Yep. Ask your mom and dad about
I
trash
always
day.
do chores.
You probably help with that, huh? So,
You like it?
he goes out to the street, bup, 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 bup. Here's the trash bucket, which you might have seen at your house. And you can see him peeking out. He's trying to climb up through the garbage. He's climbing, and it's trash day. But what happens on trash day? What comes along but the big truck, the garbage truck. Now he's crying. I want to go home. I've never been away from home. What are my mom and dad going to think? I don't think
It might be a
Go
train.
home. I've never been away.
It might be a train. It might be a dream. I think he's gonna die.
Oh, you're gonna like the ending, okay?
I think
I'll
it's
tell you
a
that.
dream.
So here he is in the garbage truck again.
I think he's
Can you see him in there?
I
See if you
think,
can see him. See if you
I
can
think
concentrate.
he's actually dreaming.
Yes, I
Be
think
quiet.
that's
I
an
have
interesting
eyes.
thought. So here is the ant again climbing, and more garbage pours on, more garbage pours on, more garbage pours on. Oh, he's so tired. Finally, what happens? What happens to the garbage truck? Where do they go?
To the dump.
To the dump. Now he's in the dump, and you see there's flies and birds pecking around, and old banana peels, broken pipes, and he's climbing. And guess how long, Mr. Nike? Guess how long it takes him?
Even the eyeballing.
Guess how long it takes him to get out? All right, what grade are you in now?
Grade?
You're in kindergarten. So the ant missed kindergarten, first grade, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, high school. He's still in the dump trying to go home. He's still climbing. So he's getting older, right?
Yeah.
And every day he says, I want to go home. Well, he got to the top one day, finally gets to the top. Gets to the top of the dump, he sees an old ant with a cane. And he says, can you help me? Please help me. How am I going to get home? And the old ant says, I know how you can get home. And he gets very excited. And all of a sudden, they see the shadow going over him. And the big bird is coming. And the little ant feels a little pinch. And the bird is taking him up, and the sky's getting closer. And he's like, oh my gosh. All right.
Are you playing with your toy?
Afterwards.
Why?
He ends up going to the bird, you can see this, flies him over to a tree. Okay, and in the tree are 3 little baby birds. Beep, 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 beep. I want to eat him, I'm hungry. No, you can't have him. I can't, no. I want him. Well, while they're fighting, the ant says, uh-oh, I am going to run down. I'm going to run down the tree. So he runs down the tree, and guess where he goes? Remember that house that you saw?
Go there.
Where is that though?
Home.
That's his house. He says, oh my gosh, I'm home. The bird brought me home. When he went into the house, Grandma and Grandpa had died, but his mom and dad were there. They got old. Brothers and sisters had babies. And guess what they said to him? No one had ever left and snuck out to eat in the kitchen again since they lost their little brother. And that they decided they should listen to what their mom and dad said.
Is Mom and Dad dead? Ooh.
Ta-da! All right, now you guys can pass these around. Let me have you, this little guy
That's
here has been so nice
creepy.
and quiet. And then I'm gonna let you pass that around.
It's scaring me.
And then who wants to
I didn't
share?
know.
Well, we'll pass them around so every row can get a little share.
Pass it to Ellie.
And here's the,
Is it sticky? Pass it. Wait, you know what it is? You got it.
sometimes.
Wait, pass it.
All right, and then is it okay if they each
Pass
go
it down to me.
I'm gonna take that for the end of the day.
Okay.
If they deserve it, they will get it. If not, I'll keep it for another day.
Hear that?
So,
How many did we get? 21.